Today we discuss about one of the most important bond parameter, that is one of the most bond characteristic is bond energy. Bond energy is also known as bond enthalpy. Bond enthalpy or bond strength or is also called bond dissociation energy. All are equal terms. Okay, so generally we treated it as bond energy. Okay, next. So what it mean by bond energy means in the name itself it is there. Bond energy. The energy of a bond. For example, if you take H2 molecule, how the H2 molecule is formed? So by the combining of, by the formation of a bond between two hydrogens, the formation of H2 molecule takes place. Okay. Again, if you want to break this bond, and convert these H2 molecules into two different hydrogen atoms, it needs some energy to break that bond and make that molecule into atoms. Okay, two hydrogen atoms combined and H2 form. Actually, in the formation of this bond, what happens? Some energy is released. Formation of a bond generally takes releasing of some energy. So that is also treated as bond energy. See here, the bond formed between the two hydrogen atoms. These two hydrogen atoms so connect అయినప్పుడు ఏం ఫామ్ అవుతుంది? ఓకే, కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి ఒక బాండ్ ఫామ్ అయింది. సో ఈ బాండ్ ఫార్మేషన్ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇట్ రిలీజెస్ సమ్ ఎనర్జీ. That is called its bond energy. And other term, what is the other definition is there? For this, already this H2 molecule is present. We want to convert it into atoms. Then atoms lo convert cheyalante we need to break this bond. So a bond break chesi two hydrogen atoms separate cheyali. So that requires some energy. Actually so this a bond break avvadaniki enta energy use avudante it depends on its nature. ఇప్పుడు హెచ్ బాండ్ హెచ్కి ఒకలాగా ఎనర్జీ ఉండొచ్చు, సిఎల్ బాండ్ సిఎల్కి వన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఎనర్జీ. సో ఓ2లో ఓ డబుల్ బాండ్ ఓ ఈజ్ ప్రెసెంట్, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ సమ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ఎనర్జీ. ఇఫ్ యు టేక్ నైట్రోజన్ మాలిక్యూల్ అండ్ ట్రిపుల్ బాండ్ N is present, it has some energy. Means we can't guess this bond enthalpy value. It totally depends on their nature. Okay, but we can say that ఈ హైడ్రోజన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం ఈ H2 ఫార్మేషన్లో ఇక్కడ వన్ బాండ్ ఫార్మేషన్ అయినప్పుడు ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది కదా, ఎంత అనుకుందాం? జస్ట్ ఎక్స్ జౌల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది అనుకుందాం. సేమ్ ఈ హైడ్రోజన్ బాండ్ మనం బ్రేక్ చేసి మళ్ళీ టూ హైడ్రోజన్ ఆటమ్స్లోకి సపరేట్ చేయాలంటే హౌ మచ్ ఎనర్జీ రిక్వైర్డ్ అంటే ప్లస్ ఎక్స్ జౌల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎనర్జీ రిక్వైర్డ్. అంటే ఒక బాండ్ ఫామ్ అయినప్పుడు ఎంత ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్ అవుతుందో సేమ్ ఆ బాండ్ బ్రేక్ చేయడానికి కూడా దట్ మచ్ ఆఫ్ ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఓకే, సో మీన్స్ వీ కెన్ డిఫైన్ ద బాండ్ ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ the amount of energy required to break a bond is called bond energy. Or we can define that the amount of energy released when a bond is formed from its constituent atoms. Then atoms నుంచి ఒక మాలిక్యూల్ ఫామ్ అయ్యి ఒక బాండ్ ఫామ్ అయితే ఎంత ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్ అవుద్దో దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ బాండ్ ఎనర్జీ. టు బ్రేక్ దట్ బాండ్ వీ నీడ్ టు సప్లై సమ్ ఎనర్జీ, దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ బాండ్ ఎనర్జీ. ఓకే, కాకపోతే ఫామ్ అయినప్పుడేమో ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది, మైనస్ రాస్తాం, రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి. ఓకే, సో డీకంపోజ్ అయినప్పుడు బ్రేక్ అయినప్పుడు ఏంటి? వీ నీడ్ టు సప్లై సమ్ energy. So this is called bond energy. Okay, now we see some examples. So next here one more important, you can compare okay, first we will explain the total topic, then we give the perfect notes. Okay, see H bond is the H is having so approximately 436 kilojoules per mole. So generally we calculate for mole, not a one molecule calculate చేయడం. it is for mole. Okay, for example, if you take chlorine bond, Cl2 bond is present, Cl2 molecule is present. To break the H2, 436 kilojoules of mole. To break the chlorine molecule into chlorine atoms, it requires 242 kilojoules per mole. Here see, here also one covalent bond is present. Here also one covalent bond is present. But it requires 436, it requires 242. Means it depends totally nature of that elements or nature of elements, but bases can depend avutadi. Even it also depends on the size of the atoms. Ee size of atoms bases can depend avutadi. Okay, for example, so if your bond length or size name anta manam, for example, two atoms are bonded like this, again two atoms are bonded like this. So automatically the size of the atom is more. Size of the atom more, and automatically bond distance is more. If the size of the atoms are less, meaning entity the bond length is less. So bond length less, automatically nucleus attraction is powerful on these electrons. It is somewhat stronger when compared to this. Okay, length ekkuva unte its strength generally decreases. Means we can say that bond energy is inversely proportional to the bond length. Okay, we can say that bond energy inversely proportional to bond length. As bond length means bond distance increases, bond energy decreases. Bond length decreases, bond energy increases. So this is one factor. So next we can see some other factors that if you see the number of bonds, as the number of bonds increases, we know that as a bond length the number of bonds increase between two atoms. As the number of bonds increases, bond length decreases. So bond length decreases means automatically bond energy increases. We take one example. We know C double bond, triple bond, single bond. What is the distance? What is the bond distance between the two carbon atoms in triple bond? 1.20 angstrom. Double bond 1.34 angstrom. Single bond, that is 1.54 angstrom. So which we expect, which is more stronger? So obviously bond length is less. Bond length is less means bond energy is higher. So which is having more bond energy? Triple bond is more bond energy than compared to the double bond. Double bond is more energy compared to the single bond. Okay, so means you can write bond energy directly proportional to number of bond between the same atoms. Okay, triple bond is more energy than double bond. Double bond is more energy than single bond. Okay, next. So it also depends on some other factors. So there is one more important thing is so just now we discussed that example which are diatomic molecules. Just now we this right. So just now we discussed O2, N2, so H2, Cl2. So all these are diatomic molecules. So all are having one bond, double bond. Okay. In N2 there is triple bond is there, okay, whatever it is. But here just take a molecule H2O. Here two OH bonds are present. This is one OH bond, this is second OH bond. Okay, so the bond energy of OH bond, first bond, the bond energy of second OH bond, generally it is perfectly maybe perfectly equal. But these energies on breaking, it also depends on the breaking process. Breaking process पर वो depend होते हैं. And how they are breaking. So both are breaking an individual, or both are we are breaking the both in a same time. Okay. For example, the H2 molecule, two OH bonds are present. Okay, on the breaking of the two bonds requires nearly 920 kilojoules per mole of energy. So no need to by heart these values. Okay, there are exponential values. So 926 kilojoules of energy is required to break the bonds present in the 1 mole of H2O molecules. 1 mole of H2O molecules లో యాక్చువల్గా వన్ సింగిల్ మాలిక్యూల్ ఎన్ని బాండ్స్ ఉంటాయి మనకి 2 మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఉంటాయి. 1 మోల్ అంటే ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఇంటూ అవగాడ్రో నెంబర్ చేస్తాం మనం. అట్లా 1 మోల్ H2Oలో ఉన్న టోటల్ బాండ్స్ బ్రేక్ చేయాలంటే ఇట్ రిక్వైర్స్ హౌ మచ్ ఎనర్జీ 926 kilojoules of energy. Now what is the bond energy of a single OH bond? సింగిల్ OH కి ఎలా కౌంట్ ఇస్తాం? జనరల్ ఇప్పుడు O2 కౌంట్ చేయాలంటేనేమో O డబుల్ బాండ్ O ఇస్ ప్రెసెంట్ ఆ డబుల్ మాలిక్యూల్ డబుల్ బాండ్ ఆ మాలిక్యూల్ కింద ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం. H2 ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలంటే ఓకే దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ H బాండ్ H is there. Cl2 find out చేయాలంటే Cl bond Cl separate molecule is there. So what is the bond energy of OH bond? OH bond energy actually OH molecule లేదు మనకి. OH separate molecule is not present. So okay, ions exist. So there is two OH bonds are present. So the total require 926 joules or kilojoules of energy. So for this, if same type of bonds are present more than one. Okay, if more than one same type of bonds are present, then we take average bond energy. Then we take average bond energy. So the total, now we say the bond enthalpy of OH bond, the bond enthalpy of enthalpy energy, both are similar terms. So 926. The how many such type of bonds are there? Okay, two bonds are there. Means if the same type of bonds are present in more than one number, then we used to calculate the average bond enthalpy. Okay, so here two bonds are present, approximately 463 kilojoules per mole. Okay, for example, we see one more example like this. So now we see one more example of same type. Okay, see the molecule methane. So in methane there is a 4 CH bonds are present. 4 CH bonds are present. So here we need to calculate what is the bond energy of a single CH bond. What is the bond energy of CH bond? Okay, so this example we took to explain that bond enthalpy is also depends on the nature of breaking. It also depends on nature of breaking. So for example, just now we discussed in H2O molecule. In H2O molecule we discussed that the breaking of all bonds present in the 1 mole of H2O molecule requires 926 kilojoules per mole of energy. So then మనం each bond కోసం calculate చేయడానికి we took the average value. Okay, that is అంటే టోటల్ మనకి టోటల్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ బ్రేక్ అవడానికి టోటల్ బాండ్స్ బ్రేక్ అవడానికి గివెన్ ఏ టోటల్ వాల్యూ we done the average. Next one more type of information is given that the CH bond, for example in CH4, at first the one bond is breaking. Okay, the one bond, the CH bond is break and there is a formation of CH3 and separate hydrogenase. So here it requires approximately 426 kilojoules per mole. అంటే టోటల్ కాంపౌండ్ అక్కడ 1 mole తీసుకున్నారు. సో now it is CH3. So CH3 లో now 3 bonds are present. Again there is a breaking of one more bond. ఇక్కడ one more bond break అయింది. We expect same 426 kilojoules of mole energy will be used. but it is somewhat different than expected value, because already at first it was the standard molecule. So actually మనం ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ హైడ్రోజన్ మనం బ్రేక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమంటే CH4 నుంచి బ్రేక్ చేసినాం ఫస్ట్ హైడ్రోజన్. సో CH4 నుంచి ఫస్ట్ హైడ్రోజన్ బ్రేక్ చేయాలంటే మనం వీఆర్ టచింగ్ ఏ స్టాండర్డ్ మాలిక్యూల్, ఒక పర్ఫెక్ట్ మాలిక్యూల్ని సో బ్రేక్ చేస్తున్నాం. దట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ కండిషన్. సో దెన్ it has 426 kilojoules of energy. So next so what is the next term after completion of this becomes CH3. Okay, CH3 it requires having 439 kilojoules per mole. I mean that's why we said the value is different than expected value. We expected here also we will get 426 kilojoules per mole, but here the second hydrogen requires somewhat more energy. And this compare again breaking of third hydrogen becomes CH plus H. So it also requires somewhat more energy here, approximately 447. So sorry, 451. 451 kilojoules per mole. So we can't expect we can't guess these values. Okay, we need to remember by heart these values. Next, the last term is break the one more bond. The last bond breaking is required nearly 347 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so now guess the what is the C bond H bond enthalpy. What is the bond energy of CH bond? CH bond energy is what? Here 426 kilojoules, here 439, here 451, here 347. Which value is considered? Which value is considered as bond energy of this particular CH bond? Means we need to do average for this total 4 values. Okay, we need to add the 426, 439, 451, 347. Such type of 4 bonds are present. So average covered by dividing it 4, we will get on average 416 kilojoules moles of per mole of energy. Now the bond enthalpy is 416 kilojoules per mole of CH bond in methane molecule. It is not like that in all molecules it is like that. In all molecule the bond energy of CH bond is not 416 kilojoules per mole. Okay, because it depends on breaking of model, means the type of breaking paina depend avuddi kabatti. So a nature of bond paina a molecule undi a bond. Next what is the type of breaking? So all are breaking at once, so individual breaking also వీటన్నిటి పైన depend అవుతుంది. Okay, next so there is some other factors are there on which bond enthalpy depends. For example, sigma bond, so pi bond. So which is more stronger? Sigma bond is more stronger than pi bond. For example, a bond is taken C double bond C. For example, C single bond C is having x joules of energy anukundam. So C double bond C we can guess 2x joules of energy. But it is not like this, because the first bond is always sigma bond. Sigma bond is stronger than the pi bond. Kabatti so the double bond lo next time form and bond entity the pi bond. Kabatti it is not equal to the x. It will have some less value. That's why it can expect somewhat less than 2x. Means the bond enthalpy is also depend on the type of bond. Sigma bond or pi bond depend on it. Sigma bond is more energetic compared to the pi bond. Okay. Next, it also depends. There is some other factors are also there. So there is the presence of lone pair of electrons. So we know that due to the presence of lone pair of electron is a big factor on the shape of the molecules and the bond angle of the molecules. So due to that, it has more effect. It has a big effect on the bond enthalpy also. Due to the presence of lone pairs, what happens? Due to the presence of lone pairs, there is a repulsion forces are arises. We know that LP repulsions, LP repulsions, and BP repulsions. Okay, so due to the presence of lone pair of electrons on the different atoms, there is repulsions are arises. Due to that repulsions, the molecule becomes somewhat unstable. Okay, so without any repulsion, then that is a perfectly stable. But with in even the presence of lone pairs are also, there is many molecules are there stable one. But due to the presence of lone pair, their stability decreases somewhat. Okay, right? So lone pair aim lekapothe it is more stable. If the presence of lone pairs it makes somewhat unstable when compared to the zero lone pairs. కాబట్టి lone pairs ఉంటే ఏమవుతుంది మనకి repulsions అవుతాయి కాబట్టి it becomes somewhat unstable. So due to the presence of lone pairs, bond enthalpy decreases. Okay, due to the presence of lone pairs, bond enthalpy decreases. Because due to the presence of lone pair, there is a presence of some repulsion forces which makes a bond unstable. Okay, so unstable kabatti it requires less energy to break it. Okay, next it also depends on resonance. So how it depends on resonance means just like resonance affects the bond length. Resonance affects the bond length. So bond length affects resonance, bond length affects that automatically it also affects the bond enthalpy, nothing but bond energy. Okay, so these are the main points about bond enthalpy or bond energy. Okay, now we give the points for that. Okay, take it, there is some more points are there. So here methane example is very important for average bond enthalpies. Here it is the average bond energy of methane. Okay, these are the main points about so bond enthalpy. So these are mainly useful in the doing many number of bits. So here in all these points, one is the different one is the homolytic fission involves homolytic fission. Fission means nothing but breaking. Okay, homolytic fission involves less energy compared to the heterolytic fission. So what is the meaning of homolytic, heterolytic? These are the separate topics. Okay, so this simply I just want to tell you about homolytic fission and heterolytic fission is for example, if a sigma bond is present between AB molecule, so between AB atoms, so AB atoms majlo one covalent bond is present. So one covalent bond involves how many electrons? 2 electrons. So this is 1 electron, this is 1 electron. If the bond breaking takes place like this, so for example exactly breaking, exactly middle of that bond, and A took its electron, B took its electron perfectly, so that is called homolytic fission. Okay, in homolytic fission A will get separated with its 1 electron, B will get separated with its 1 electron. For example, there is other type of breaking. So again I am taking that AB molecule. If the breaking is like this, here breaking takes place, means A is one atom, A atom is losing that its total electrons, total bonded electron. B is taking that other bond electrons, means here A will get A positive, B become B minus. So it depends on which take the electron, means it depends on the difference in electron negativity. So A electron negativity, A more attractive power unte that side both electrons. So ila break avachchu lepothe ee side break ayyadinku. For example, so it happen e side break aithe there is formation of A minus and B plus, and this is called heterolytic fission. అంటే సో బాండ్ లో ఉన్న 2 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ సో ఈక్వల్ గా షేర్ అవ్వకుండా ఒకదానికి టోటల్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ రావడం, ఒకదానికి టోటల్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ లాస్ అవ్వడం, that is called heterolytic fission. This is called homolytic fission. So it is observed that homolytic fission involves less energy when compared to the heterolytic fission. So these are the main points about bond energy or bond dissociation energy, bond enthalpy or bond strength. Next we see the last bond parameter, that is bond angle. Okay, already we know about bond angle. Okay, define the bond angle in the simple way. So what is bond angle? So for example in H2O, what is the bond angle? In H2, what is the bond angle? We know that 104.5 degrees. Okay, means bond angle means the angle present between the two adjacent bonds. The angle present between the two adjacent bonds in a molecule. So, means we can define simply that the bond angle is the angle between just wait. The angle present between the two adjacent bonds in a molecule is called bond angle of or bond angle of that molecule. Okay, so bond angle just now we discussed for example methane. So what is the bond angle? 109 degrees 28 minutes. So for example, what is the bond angle in ammonia? 107 degrees. So what is the bond angle in water molecule? That is 104.5 degrees. Next, what is the bond angle in BCl3? So 120 degrees. Then what is the bond angle in beryllium chloride? That is 180 degrees. So actually, what are the expected bond angles? So the abnormal bond angles unde manaki two molecules ki abnormal bond angles, but expected bond angles CH4 because it is sp3 hybridization. So CH4 bond angle exactly 1 on angle 28 minutes. BCl3, what is hybridization? sp2 120 degrees. Write down. Next, BeCl2, its bond angle 180 degrees as it involves sp hybridization. Okay, but these two are also involved in sp3. But why there is a bond angle decreased from 109 to 107? Why there is a bond angle decreased from 109 to 104? We know that due to the presence of lone pairs. NH లో nitrogen పైన 1 lone pair ఉంటుంది, H2 లో oxygen పైన 2 lone pairs ఉంటాయి. Mean that is due to the LP-BP repulsion bond angle is decreased. Means now we can say that bond angle depends on hybridization and it also depends on the presence of lone pairs. Okay, and sometimes it is also depend on the electronegativity of a central atom. Okay, electronegativity of the central atom. Actually, bond angle is inversely proportional. Sorry, as the electronegativity of the central atom decreases, the bond angle also decreases. Okay. So now we see one example for it. So now we can write bond angle depends on which factors? Bond angle depends on hybridization, next it depends on the presence of lone pairs, on central atom of the molecules. Okay, next it also depends on electronegativity. Okay, let's take the already we done the examples sp3, sp2, sp. So here one more one important is there. Okay, see here we compared the bond angle depends on hybridization. We know that the presence of lone pair. We know that the electronegativity. So electronegativity, how it changes the bond angle means if you are taking the particular molecules. For example, here we are taking the hydrates of oxygen, hydrates of sulfur, hydrates of selenium, hydrate of tellurium. So all are belongs to same 16th group elements. So in the 16th group elements, so the side atoms are hydrogens only. The middle atom oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium changes from top to bottom. Okay, so it is observed that the bond angles are decreased from H2O to H2TE. So what is the change is the central atom is changed. For the central atom size increases, electronegativity decreases. As electronegativity decreases, it is observed that bond angle decreases. So it is observed in all type of compounds. So tomorrow we see the next different topic.